During the final months of the Clone Wars, a battalion of B-1 battle droids were marching through the important Republic farming world of Antamont in order to capture a key Republic stronghold. While marching towards their target, a blast mine was detonated, tearing through the droid forces, leading to something incredibly mysterious happening. One of the B-1 battle droids was sent tumbling through the air off the nearby cliffside, hitting his head on a rock below. This injury gave the B-1 battle droid complete independence and the ability to disobey any order given to it. So I'm going to break down the full story of the B-1 battle droid who quit the droid army after realizing he was being controlled and his tragic fate. Before we get into it, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below for more awesome Star Wars lore content. At the moment, around 50% of you haven't hit the big red subscribe button, so make sure you force crush it grey if you enjoy. The story begins on a rocky trail leading to the Republic stronghold on Antamont. At the command of General Grievous and Count Dooku, the separatist droid army are marching towards the stronghold, but fail to notice a group of Republic blast mines placed directly in front of their path. The commanding B-1 battle droid of the battalion steps forward before his troopers and unfortunately activates the group of blast mines, shredding his forces to pieces, sending their metal parts flying through the nearby forests. The deep red explosion rings out through the nearby mountains, scorching the trees, and sends a lone B-1 battle droid plunging to what he thinks is his death. He knows that he is easily replaceable and will simply be left as a pile of scrap once Dooku and Grievous discover the incident. As his metallic body is free falling down the cliff, he shuts down his photoreceptors and prepares to be destroyed and replaced. Fortunately for him though, his circuitry never fully shuts down. His thick metal head hits a rock below him with a loud clunk before triggering memories, or video recordings as they are for a droid, of his creation in the factories of Geonosis. The horrific memories of his creation play back in his head as he is forced to remember every time he was destroyed on the harsh battlefields of the Clone Wars before being soullessly salvaged, rebuilt and deployed countless times. Despite being programmed to feel no emotion, he was forced to relive the painful cycle of life that he had gone through multiple times during the war. The B-1 battle droid was finally snapped out of the pain as a flash of light filled his photoreceptors, finding himself awake right next to the rock that just damaged his head. Once the B-1 battle droid awoke, he was initially shocked, but soon realized that his circuitry was disconnected to the hive mind computer and that the nightmares that came from it were silenced. If you really think about it, this sounds very similar to how Tup and Fives reacted just before their deaths. So let me know down below if by the end of this story you can actually feel bad for the deserting battle droid, because similar to the clones, he is discovering that all of his actions and his ultimate fate are already decided by the separatist command computer, which gives him absolutely no choice in his actions until this moment. The droids might have actually been more similar to the clone troopers of the Grand Army of the Republic than we thought. It really does show how brutal Palpatine was when playing both sides of the Clone Wars. Soon after this, he attempted to join back with the surviving members of the droid battalion, but a shocking realization came over him that he wasn't being forced by his programming anymore. Because of this, the droid quickly ran away from his battalion, which caught the attention of one of the grapple droid units in his squad. The grapple unit chased the lone deserter all the way to the edge of a very steep nearby cliff. Once the deserter realizes that he has run out of room to run, he stops just before running off the cliff, but as he feared, the grapple droid had caught up with him. The grapple unit demanded the B-1 deserter to return to formation immediately, as desertion is obviously a violation of droid protocol. Shockingly, the brave droid tells him that he'd rather not, and asks his fellow droid to think about what they're really marching towards. He then opens fire on his grapple droid brother, blasting him with red bolts of energy. The grapple droid is not badly affected by the blaster bolts and quickly responds that it is not our place to question directives. He then savagely shreds the arm of his fellow B-1 unit off, as the B-1 battle droid tells him that it is their place to question orders if they value their servo motors. The grapple droid then slams the B-1 unit into a nearby tree stump with a loud clang, further damaging his electronics. While lying on the ground injured, the deserter sarcastically responds to the other droid saying, "No, fair enough." The grapple unit then harshly plants his fist into the ground, telling the deserter that you are the property of the Trade Federation. Your fate is not for you to decide. Hilariously, the B-1 battle droid continues his sarcasm, saying, "And yet, here I am, deciding." You've gotta love this droid. Make sure you let me know down in the comments below what you think his name should be, since he never got one in the comic. Following that, the grapple unit continues to chase his enemy droid, slicing down trees, sending them tumbling to the ground as he does so. He warns the deserter that running will be useless, but the B-1 unit cleverly responds, saying that he believes being scrapped over and over again is what really is useless. Eventually, the grapple droid manages to force the damaged B-1 battle droid to the edge of the cliff, where he begs for his life, but the grapple droid quickly responds, telling him that his actions have already been determined by the hive mind central computer system. After moments of back and forth, the grapple droid charges towards the B-1 unit, but unfortunately plunges off the massive mountainside, just barely managing to pull the leg of the B-1 down with him. As As the two violently hit the ground, the grapple droid is badly damaged, but the B1 unit survives without much damage. As the grapple droid lies on the grassy ground, about to die with his circuits shutting down rapidly, he asks the B1 battle droid why he's running. Why is he bothering to run when he will soon lose all remaining charge and shut down anyway? Heartbreakingly, the B1 unit tells the dying droid that he would rather have 2 days of freedom than return to the battlefield and experience endless war, destruction, and reassembly. As the power begins to drain from the grapple droid circuits, he is disconnected from the central command system, allowing emotions to rush through his circuits. Sadly, he is very afraid of losing power, but the B1 battle droid reassures him that he will not be alone in his last moments before he tragically loses all power and dies. The B1 battle droid then begins to spark after watching the grapple droid die in his arms, realizing that he doesn't have much time left before his own circuits lose power. Somehow, this looks like he's crying. The deserter battle droid then leans up against a nearby tree, watching the raging battle going on in front of him, with his fellow droids fighting back against incoming Republic gunships filled with clones. As the dim orange sun begins to set on the distant world, he sits next to a lone tree surrounded by nothing but the thick green grass and the shadows cast by the trees around him. As nighttime approaches, the droid sadly loses his last remaining power, with his circuits shutting down for the last time. Eventually, many months go by, and he is frozen in place, sitting up against the tree, left unnoticed by the Separatist army and all other droids. Awesomely, many years later, long after the Clone Wars had ended, 2 farmers on the agricultural planet discover the thawed-out battle droid, shocked at finding such an old droid model in one piece. The green-hatted farmer is confused at how exactly it got all the way up here, but the red-hatted farmer realizes that it may still have some life left in it, taking it ready to be repaired and be used on their nearby farm. The two then finally carry the droid back to their ranch, ready to be reactivated for a peaceful life of farming until its circuits eventually break down once more. So awesome to know that just like some of the clone commandos who were able to escape Order 66 and join Clan Scarada for a peaceful life of farming, this battle droid was able to do the same. I really hope this B1 battle droid was able to be very useful on the farm and feel valued by his owners, instead of just being used as clone bait out on the front lines of the Clone Wars. The farmers should also probably be careful, since nobody has seen a B1 battle droid for quite some time when they found it, which could raise some major suspicion. Let me know down below how you feel about the use of the droid army. Do you feel like they are just as much slaves as the clones were to the Republic, or do you think that they were just a pile of metal clankers who could happily be thrown on the scrap pile? We know that the Separatists clearly were suppressing all free thinking and emotion from the hordes of droids created, but seeing one actually have free will and emotion really makes you think just how tragic and unsettling it is if the droids are ever able to feel emotion. So again, let me know down below, I'd love to hear what you think. So that is the story of the B1 battle droid who quit the droid army after hitting his head during a battle. Let me know down below how you feel about a droid gaining free will and being freed from the forced service to the Separatists. Thanks so much for watching, really hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to hit the like button if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more awesome daily Star Wars content. Cheers guys, hope to see you in the next one.